on YouTube even this
On
time.
live yet?
No. Why would we go live yet?
8:30.
We were waiting on you.
Internet just happened to come back there. Like my internet died and then it came back.
Your internet's not doing good right now, buddy.
It surprised me.
Do not make fun of his Tourette's.
My internet is welcome to the CouncilCast.
44% packet loss. It's
Another
okay.
stellar intro.
Only 44% of your content is worthwhile anyway.
That's more than I expected.
Well, it would be 56% of your content.
Well, welcome to the episode of 134 of the CouncilCast, being recorded on August 18th, 2020. The Council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit, with little background.
Random shit.
And next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever. Welcome to the CouncilCast. We're only going to have Dave here for about 66% of the time, I think. So we'll just have to live with that. But first question I've got to ask is, how long has it been since you pooped?
Lunchtime.
Well,
this is
apparently,
That's a real question.
no.
It was earlier today.
Well, apparently,
Look at us healthy bunch.
everybody's consistent. All right. Well, that's what something's for. I'm not sure.
Thumbs up. Next article.
Well, if you pooped 14,000 years ago, you might have a problem.
Oh,
If that was your last one.
got it.
That's going to require a doctor's visit.
And maybe not just a doctor, but an archaeologist who's going to say that you're
Heavily impacted.
1 in a million, Doctor. 1 in a million.
But actually, apparently a bunch of archaeologists out in Oregon were searching through some caves and found 14,000-year-old poop that turned out to be human.
No.
Whoa.
Tell me more.
That must have been a big jump for it to last that long.
That's some real old shit.
How old is it?
Real fucking old.
Oh, it's just not the same without
I know.
Brian here.
No.
Just send him a text message that says "real fucking old, Brian."
He won't take that out of context.
He'll be like, "Oh, I know," or "Thanks."
Oh, thanks. That clarifies it for me. That's what he'll say. But yeah, apparently out in Oregon, this really, really old poop is apparently proof that humans came to North America. See you, Dave.
His internet's got problems, man.
Apparently, the humans have come to America sooner than people had originally thought. So this is apparently good evidence that they were here a long time before the original anticipation, showing that, I guess that's something. I'm not really sure what that means.
How do they know it's human poop?
I can only imagine they tasted it.
It's the guy from the Waterjet channel who tastes everything. You watch that channel where they cut shit in half? Oh man, it's so good.
No, they did some DNA testing on it, apparently. So they found human DNA as part of the poop.
Oh. So, like, the person obviously had some kind of anal fissure or something, and it just took flesh with it as it went.
Something like that.
Delicious.
I guess it could also be, what if it wasn't like that? What if it was something that ate a human and then pooped?
Huh.
That seems more likely to me. Either way, it proves that humans were around.
I guess the end result is humans were around at that time. The result's the same. I guess that's kind of cool. I mean, humans showing up in America earlier. That's cool. I give it a thumbs up for pooping humans.
Thumbs up for poop.
Dan Peters wonders why we always talk about poop.
Well, poop is a very important topic, and if you're not consistent and regular, you might need to go see a doctor.
Always? Do we talk about poop every...
Well, the show does have a juvenile quality to it, and therefore poop...
Or is he literally saying that our topics are shitty? I would counter with, who the fuck is Dan Peters?
I don't know. He said at least the ginger always does. Like he doesn't know the names of the characters if he's watching, and always we are talking about poop. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Hey, look, I got called out. I got a fan, man.
You're one fan famous. Good job.
One fan famous. Something we can all aspire to.
If you are tired of talking about poop and turning your poops into bricks, you could instead use your bricks to make electricity, or at least store electricity.
Yes.
So apparently, a bunch of researchers have found out that you can use regular old bricks as basically big batteries. So if you got a house made of bricks, you could potentially store your electricity in that house. Literally in the bricks.
Huh.
But how? This picture up top, I have to describe it for our listeners because it is like they've just screwed a power outlet to a regular red brick that you'd see like in your standard Home Alone 2 movie.
Yeah, so God, this is like day 2 of what the fuck is this image? Let me get one for you from a training I took at work. Hold on, I'll have to screenshot it with some shit taken out. But the image is just like, what the hell? Where is this thing?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about how it works in the meantime. So they apparently came up with a process that involves heating the brick in an enclosure along with hydrochloric acid and an organic compound called EDOT. And apparently when you do that, this material coats the surface of the bricks, and it entangles with the microscopic surface irregularities of the brick, basically creating a bigger surface area that you can store an electric charge onto. And so what you can then do is use this brick and stack it up and use it just like a regular brick, but it has this kind of coating layer on it that can store electricity.
So you can't retrofit an old house.
I mean, I guess
a house that already is made of brick.
You probably could.
You just have to spray this all over the walls.
I mean, if you made a big oven that went around your house and then coated it in hydrochloric acid and this organic compound, I think it would work.
It seems... Yeah, that's a weird photo.
That is a really weird photo. I don't even want to know.
Let's not describe it for our listeners.
But basically what they found out, I like this idea because they did test it and they applied this coating to a brick, and using that brick they were actually able to fully charge it in 15 seconds, and then it could power a 2.7 volt LED for 11 minutes.
So if you had an entire house made out of these special bricks, it could be a reserve backup battery built into your house to run stuff on for
a couple minutes.
For you could probably power if you connected all of the batteries together, it could probably be a backup for like a sump pump or something like that.
Possibly. Yeah.
Nothing that's going to kick on right away, but it could just be there just in case the power goes out.
Yeah, it could be. So they are talking about they estimate that a wall made of these bricks could hold about 1.6 watt hours per square meter. So if you want to have a comparison, a Tesla Powerwall, which is a literally pack of batteries, is 13.5 kilowatt hours, in less than a square meter.
And that's more.
Hold on. So what? Say those numbers again. Sorry.
1.6 watt hours for a
Per-
brick per square meter versus 13.5 kilowatt hours in a square meter.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go with the bricks probably aren't as efficient as something that is years of engineering behind it when it comes to that shit.
So wait, you're telling me that the three little pigs?
You're
We're onto
telling
something?
me?
Sure. I mean, why not? I mean, I
Okay,
like the idea
all right.
because I like it's still practical. You could coat bricks in this, and then you could still build a house out of it. And to your point of, it's just there if you need it. You could plug in your sump pump or something like that, and
One of our listeners, Eric, he's a longtime listener, first time commenter tonight.
First time caller. Oh man,
But,
long time.
this
first
sounds
time.
like science, and I don't believe in all that stuff.
that's fair.
Well, you know,
Neither do we,
however
to
you
be
want to
honest.
live.
I like the city. I give it a thumbs
I give it a
up.
thumbs up. I think that if they keep pushing in this direction, I think that building your house out of materials that are more energy efficient and in so actually providing themselves the opportunity to be batteries, I kind of like that idea. I think that is the wave of the future, and the fact that they can make it look really old with these shitty bricks is even cooler.
The only thing I'll caution them in here is as long as I can still touch it and not electrocute myself. So.
Oh, it's basically just like a brick version of a Tesla coil.
There you go. One interesting thing it says is that this whole coating apparently is totally waterproof. So this actually could store electricity underwater if you wanted to.
What? That's fantastic. I want a house under the sea that's powered by these brick batteries.
You could do that.
Okay.
Just charge it up every day.
That sounds like a great idea. Thumbs up, guys.
Well, if you are not one of the three little piggies and your house did not get knocked over by an earthquake, your Android phone may now be the world's largest earthquake detection network.
What?
So Google rolled this out.
Wait, wait. Weren't they trying to do a earthquake detection by using the existing dead fiber? Wasn't that something they were already working on? Didn't we talk about that?
Maybe. I think that was a research thing. This is a real thing.
Oh, this is a real. Okay, got it.
But yeah, apparently Google rolled out a app. I think it's an app called the Android Earthquake Alert System, which I think they're going to build into Android as a default thing, maybe eventually. But what it does is it actually measures the vibrations from the accelerometers in your phone to basically determine if there's an earthquake near you or not.
This is primed for like 1,000 sex jokes. Do we need to make all of them?
I was just wondering, what happens when you're jacking off? Like,
Whoa!
It's the world's biggest earthquake!
What the fuck? This is the quality content I stay here for.
I would imagine that they probably they probably check more than one phone to see if it's shaking.
Okay.
That's bold assumption that earthquake doesn't make it that far.
Dan says that's not what she said, and Eric said that went downhill fast.
Yeah.
I would like to see if
No
I
kidding.
would like to see a bunch of people try and fake this system out and get like a whole neighborhood together or a whole city and just like start having sex and see if it sets off the earthquake detector.
Yeah, I was gonna say a massive block-wide orgy might trip the.
Are you like literally trying to hit, like hoping, like you
I
hit the
think we're moving
resonance
from sex
frequency?
jokes
of the residential block.
Yeah, why not?
This actually
I think
strikes
we're
me
moving
more as
from
like the
sex jokes
conversation
to
that
your
happened
mama
in
jokes.
Silicon Valley when they're like oh yeah, well if we don't win, then I'm gonna have to go out there and jack everyone off. And they're like, well, you wouldn't have time to do that because we
Is that the one where they're doing the
yeah,
on
and
the
he's
board with the angle and all
like,
that stuff? That's classic.
well, what if you line the dicks up, tip to tip, and then you could get
Yeah.
both directions at the same time?
It
And
is.
he's like, wait, this gives me an idea for whatever they're working on.
My mind was completely blown for that scene. I was like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
It was well written for sure. Our poor man's version was not nearly as entertaining, but that's kind of what we were doing.
So is this a good thing? I mean, do you think that we could kind of fool the system, or do you think Google's got to figure it out?
Are we still talking about the bricks?
No.
Oh.
The sex tracking app. That's what we're
I think
talking
it's
I
about.
don't
okay
know.
thing.
I mean, all the stuff that they want to do with phones. Like I've seen The Dark Knight. I know what the power can be harnessed, and they can, he can see through walls and stuff because of imagery. I mean, but we all see that then the Joker shows up and he does a magic trick and scares everyone.
So it
It's a
does
good
say
movie.
this is getting built into Google devices or Android devices, and it's going to be turned on by default when you turn on Google location services. So
does this? Dan wants to know if this means that Apple users are screwed if an earthquake hits.
absolutely.
No, Apple phones already have this built in.
There's not enough Apple phones out there. I give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, I don't like it that much either.
I'm just not sure. I don't know. I'll wait and see what the results say. And if we can fool it with a city block wide orgy party, then maybe that'll change my vote.
I mean, yeah. That'll change your vote to a thumbs up if you can fool it with a city. Okay. Well, when that happens, we'll
Thumbs up
we'll
for giving the
revisit this
government
episode.
more of my information.
There you
All right,
go.
what's next?
Well, if you were too tired of living in the real world and wanted to live in virtual reality, you can now buy a set of shoes that fully immerse you in your virtual world. Because who didn't want shoes that look like big
Those
roller
look
skates?
horrifying. I do not want those.
I'm not even there's a video of the dude wearing them, and I'm like, these are the world's biggest shoes.
They look uncomfortable.
Like, I don't understand how you would actually feel like you're walking.
If anyone wants to see these, I've posted them in the chat function, so you can hop right in and check out the article with us. But they just are bad shoes.
Yeah, so he says that, we're doing it. It's a manual thing right now, so I don't really know what that means. I'm not really sure why you would want these. Is it so you can run in place better?
I imagine it depends on what functionality they have built in, because if they have sensors, which it looks like they might have, then it could detect the room around you and have you not run into stuff kind of like a DJ Roomba setup. But it's shuffling you around the room, but then you can shuffle around your actual space and feel movement while you're in a VR space. So rather than just sitting going, oh wow, I'm moving through the space, you actually feel the movement.
But I like the idea, but here it talks about it says it gives the user the ability to glide in multiple directions. There is nothing more natural than gliding across the floor.
I mean, that's how I move about my space always. Glide. Oh man.
I mean, I don't know. Good idea, poor execution. That's my
Yeah,
take on
somebody's
this.
got to start bridging the gap here. He's gonna be a forgotten warrior in the field of VR.
I think the best thing I've seen from the VR is and I just watched it. You guys watched the Community at all? There's a
I've seen episodes, not all of it.
there's a virtual reality system there where he has like this big pad that he runs on, and it kind of holds you in place. Now that makes much more sense.
Oh,
Roller
have you
skate
watched
shoes? Not so much.
what was that movie? Ready Player One.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
VR
similar to
pad.
that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Why didn't this guy just make that? Why did he come up with these weird shoes? Thumbs down.
We got to start somewhere.
No, thumbs down.
Ready Player 2 is going to be a thing.
Eric says, "Real reality is scary enough for me. I don't need these."
This is like
Boring.
the last piece to like for me, like making VR like a more immersive thing. Like the headsets are really nice, but movement is just weird. Like, so there's like two predominant methods. Like you point and click and it just like teleports you to that location, or you move around with like a joystick, and that just kind of moves you like more like how it
Defeats
would
the
I have to
whole purpose.
squint.
color.
Yeah.
I have to
But-
squint when I'm using VR. Like if I'm running, if I get down and squat to shoot or something, it's fine.
Oh,
But
really?
whipping my head left and right, but if my character's running, I have to like squint so that I don't get crazy dizzy.
Hmm.
VR's I'm more of an AR guy than a VR guy. Like be in a room where projectors are on the wall and it's tracking my body movement and stuff. Than having a screen 6 centimeters from my eyeballs.
How are you supposed to burn out your retinas then?
I give this guy a thumbs up for
well-
working on this because somebody needs to work on it. I'm
Mhm.
not going to.
I'm just having a hard time figuring out how the wheels.
Yeah, they kind of look
Um,
funky. It
like-
looks like you'd spin in circles, or you would just fall over. Mostly
Doesn't-
is what it looks like.
How do certain ones engage and disengage from each other?
They just all move at once.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know. He shows the little video, and it's kind of like he must be like controlling it by hand manually, and it looks really goofy.
Yeah, I gotta watch this. Oh, I see what's going on. I like that less now.
The thing I don't like is like the stretchy feet band thing that kind of like attaches it to your foot. I think
Huh.
this is a great way to fall on your face.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nothing more realistic than falling on your face.
You'll actually feel pain inside of your VR game now. You fall and smash your head.
Well, you know what you don't have to have virtual reality for is visiting the last Blockbuster, because now you can book it as an Airbnb.
Yes. That is
Sweet.
my dream. Can we? I think this would be badass if we all like booked a trip to this Airbnb and we did our weekly podcast there. So it'd have to be midweek. So we're live from Blockbuster Video, the last Blockbuster Video in the known universe.
Uh,
We'll do it at some point.
And it's VHS. It's all VHS.
Eric says from our last topic still, so you're telling me the wheels on the VR shoes go round and round. And Dan says, you guys weren't kidding about the K in quality.
He's been to our webpage. Dan! Welcome to the show, man.
Oh man, no, this I don't know. I was the one who found this article, but I was just like, it's sad that it's completely like it's a little bit of a nostalgia sad. It's not real sad. Like I give two shits about it. Like a big organization not managing themselves well and going under. I think that's business. But the nostalgia side of me goes, oh yeah, I remember Blockbuster Video. We'd go there and we'd, walk up and down the aisles and try and find what video we're going to watch for the night. And mom would say, no, you don't get any of those. And let's go. And those were the good old days. But now that I know that I can relive those memories by renting it out for the night for myself and just like perusing the aisles and doing all that stuff, I'm down to clown. I'd go check that out.
And if you don't visit and you still want to buy a bunch of Blockbuster gear, you can actually buy stuff from their merchandise store yet. So you can buy T-shirts and hats and keychains. You can even buy a Blockbuster membership card.
Membership. I got one. There was still a Blockbuster video in Swansea when I studied abroad there. And we went in and we got a Blockbuster membership card so we could check out this movie that we all were like trying to find. We couldn't find it anywhere. We found this Blockbuster video. We couldn't find it online either. I think that's why we were like, is there a place to rent movies in town? Because we can't find it online. It was so weird. And the guy that we were with, he was like, they're like, oh no, you have to put your email address down so we can get in touch with you. He's like, oh, okay, no problem. Writes his email address down and walks out. And he's like, we're like, you gave him your email address? And he's like, no, I gave them my high school science teacher's email address. I hated that guy. So I memorized his email address and I sign him up for everything that I can now.
Oh my God.
Like that's dedication, man.
I still remember this jerk's phone number from high school.
Yeah.
That
careful, you're live.
That I mean, obviously it doesn't matter anymore. But
it's high school.
That started hitting on the girl that I liked, and he ended up going on a date with her, and I didn't. So I remembered his number all the way up until about my 3rd year of marriage, and was putting his number on like all everything. The entry things that I could find. Everything. Just everything.
Well, I give Blockbuster Video a thumbs up.
I give the owner a thumbs up for figuring out how to make their store useful again.
Entrepreneurs.
Buy Blockbuster stock.
I don't think you can anymore.
I think you can buy a piece of paper as a souvenir.
You might be able to. Well, if you wanted a souvenir and didn't have a chance to go to a baseball park this year because of COVID, you can now build your own baseball bat piston to hit the biggest home run.
I watched this whole video.
Dope.
I watched the whole video. Awesome. It's fantastic.
This is like if Mythbusters, and it's one dude basically.
So my favorite part, if you did watch the whole video, my favorite part is his intro, and he's talking about how he's going to get the piece of equipment in his shop, and he's like sliding it down his backyard.
Was that the milling machine or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Did he basically kind of get it for free?
Yes.
Is that
definitely
the people who make it? The people who make it were like, yeah, you have a big enough channel. We'll definitely give this to you.
Yeah,
because the way he set it up, he was like, yeah, I was like, I can't afford this, and then I thought, you know what? Maybe they want to make a video. So I messaged them, and they said, we're down to clown, and so now I have one. Like that was the way he was like. He didn't say explicitly they gave it to me for this video, but they're like, just like, yeah, now it's here. What was he hooking it up to? His truck and like lowering it down off of cables.
Yeah. How
much do you think that thing weighs?
A lot.
Had to be
probably not
500 to 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's probably close to 500 pounds. I bet. I mean, it's not really that complicated, but it's pretty impressive. But yeah, anyway, the whole point of the video is he basically takes a baseball bat. Well, he makes his own baseball bat, and then puts a like a rim-fired shell piston into it to basically, when you hit a baseball bat or baseball, it launches it.
Yeah.
So he uses,
and it did.
Oh yeah. So he used like those little rim shot shells that you use for like nailing guns or nailing nails into concrete. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he set it up for 3 and he never even hit it with 3.
He did at the very, very end.
At the test,
he's like in his test case. He's like, I don't think that this is strong enough to hold, like to sustain 3. And when he did 3, it like put a giant, like it cracked the baseball. Like that's the best way to like just big. And he's like, well, it destroyed the mechanism again. So this bat's retired. Version 1 is retired.
Yeah, I watched the GIF. Is awesome. I mean, he hits that ball so far, it's ridiculous.
It was fantastic. He's like, every baseball bat has a sweet spot, but mine is a home run guarantee sweet spot.
I wonder, like, how. I mean, that thing must have been loud as fuck when he set it off.
All right, let me share this link with our listeners.
Like, I'd imagine that if he was at the ballpark, like, if anybody else was there, they'd be like, "Who just got shot?"
This is crazy. First off, I'm just gawking at the hardware they sent him.
Oh yeah, he has the cool toys that allow him to make basically
Did you see the
whatever he
sun go down? Like, it took him all day to get it from his driveway into his basement.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I give him a thumbs up for being creative on that. That thing's awesome.
27 caliber,
definitely.
not a 22.
I don't know that I subscribe to this guy's channel, but I'm going to now that I'm thinking about it.
I guess I should say, who is this? I don't even know what his channel name is called.
Let's see, his channel name is Stuff Made Here.
There you go.
Yeah.
So go check out.
My God.
Check out this guy. See what he's making.
He made a quarantine haircut robot. It looks not great. It has 3 million views though.
That's awesome. Yeah, I give him a thumbs up. Nice job.
Yeah, thumbs up, man. Like, I want more of this.
All right. Well, I think we're going to move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week.
Yes.
And I think, actually, I saw somebody had stole one of our ideas recently.
Really?
Did you guys see? I was going to post it in the video or in our chat here, but somebody came up with a mask shooting gun, and I'm pretty sure that was somebody's pitch recently.
Yeah, so I saw this video, and I really, really wish it, at first when I read the title, I was like, this video has to be made by Michael Reeves, the guy that makes the shitty robots, like Shitty Robot Girl, but like way shittier and more functional. Like, I guess, I don't really know. Did I ever send you the video of the guy that made the surgery robot? No?
I don't remember. No.
Do you not remember this? Dear God. Okay, fine. Never mind. This guy's legit, and you should watch every video of his.
The guy who did the mask gun?
No.
Or
I thought it was
guy?
him,
Oh, okay.
but it didn't end up being.
Well, anyway, yeah, I looked it up. We have it was an aggressive mask machine. Dave had pitched an idea for drones that fly around and basically attach masks to people's faces. So I think we can claim that idea from him. We had it first. So anyway, anybody got a pitch for Mr. Musk today?
Sorry, I got to stop watching this mask machine. He's building this thing out. He's going to shoot it at people. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, I do remember the surgery robot. Now that you say that, yes.
Yeah, I thought it was this kid, and it didn't end up being him. And the entire time I'm like, I just wish I could watch Michael Reeves build it instead, because he would make it somehow either racist or painful, and it would be hilarious. He's the one. He made a Trigger Me Elmo doll. It detects your race and then hurls slurs at you.
Oh my God.
Dan wants to know when we're actually going to get Musk to come on our show. And,
Man, we're not tippy top, super popular enough yet.
We need a few more subscribers on our channel.
Yeah, we need
to definitely subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, we're not even up to one Joe Rogan unit. We gotta get up to that first.
Yeah. Okay, I got a pitch for Elon. I would like. We've been doing a lot of yard work. We just got a house and trying to clean up the yard. Got a lot of weeds, and as we're pulling the weeds, we're finding crickets everywhere. And we could spray, but then they could come back. What I want is for like Elon to figure out what song, like crickets, like rub their legs together for mating calls or whatever. I want to know what is like the most awful, ugly mating call that all crickets are like, ugh, don't want to go over there. That's a real nasty cricket. And then we can just put like little cricket chirpers around the yard that play this ugly cricket noise and scare the other crickets away.
So
there's like a permanent fix.
An anti-mating call song playing device to drive away crickets.
Yes.
That makes sense. Why wouldn't you just make one big one instead of having multiple of them? And have it be like on a loudspeaker?
You don't want it to be an eyesore. You want these to be cricket-sized. I mean, if you can make them look like crickets, even better.
What if it was a 10-foot cricket?
Okay. That's what I want. Yes. That way, it's the biggest cricket, and everyone knows it's large and in charge.
Cricket-shaped, but bigger than all the rest. Got it.
Okay.
I don't have so many cricket problems, so I don't think that would help me. But I would certainly take that if it was mosquito related.
I feel you could start with one animal and like branch out.
Could be a DLC
for multiple pests.
It could be insect agnostic, right?
Oh,
a whole
there
brand.
You go. Insect, yeah, maybe available for all insects as DLC.
Yeah, you could probably just program it.
Free.
You just like
DLC.
what bugs are you having problems with?
There
push
you
a
go.
button. An iPhone app or something. Not for Android yet. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of,
I was gonna give it a thumbs up, but now that's a thumbs down. I like it for all insects. Thumbs up. I'd definitely take that for free.
speaking of insects, I'd like an app that can tell me when my neighbors are having sex, so I don't bang on the wall rudely and disturb their rhythm.
Oh. Okay.
That's oddly specific.
Next pitch.
I'm gonna go with a thumbs down. I really don't want to know when my neighbors are having sex.
Well, it's kind of like, do I want to bang on the wall right now, or do I just want to I don't know what's going on over there. But it could also be used for oh no, that's not sex. That's
Eric, and we're back to orgies. We like to make sure we bring our episodes full circle.
I'm sure if they had an Android phone, Musk could probably work with Google to figure that out. So I'll
just
more
changing
power
the
to
tolerances in their earthquake program, right?
you. Yeah, there you go. I'm
Okay.
yes. Next topic.
Not a hot dog.
Mine was carryover from last week because Matt was having issues with cutting down some trees, and I said maybe he should come up with a car attachment for his Teslas that has saw blades on the front of it. So instead of going and getting your chainsaw out, you can just drive your Tesla down the path to cut all the trees down.
Yep. But wait, you didn't say that on air?
Not last week.
Oh,
That was my pitch for this week.
I like it.
And you could also use it to help clear pedestrians who are in the way or cars and gridlock. It's multi-use.
I feel like you could also have a snowblower attachment to the front then.
Sure, why not?
So there would never be blocked highways ever again. Literally everyone is a snowplow.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
will these attachments fit on every Tesla or just the typical sedan models and
Every
not
Tesla.
the new Cybertruck?
Every Tesla.
Oh, okay.
Yep. One attachment, every car.
Safer
I mean,
roads,
I don't have a Tesla, but I just want to make sure
more
it fits
dangerous
all of them.
vehicles. Definitely.
Yes.
I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking this is kind of Mad Max-ish going on here.
But the roads would be safer that way.
Probably.
because people would just
I'll
be
give it
there
a
for the
thumbs up.
gasoline.
There you go.
The gasoline.
Matt, you have a pitch for this?
What do you
this
got,
week?
Matt?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. And with that, I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check us out live, you can try and find us when we go live. Or better off, check out our past episodes on CouncilCast.org. Or check iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, whatever floats your boat. If you have a topic that you would like the council's decision on, you can email it to us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.